guys, this is Tracy from TMC Coaching, and you are watching another episode of From the Garage. Glad to have another one of my children on the show. I'm going to introduce her in just a moment. Let me first preface what we're going to be talking about today. What is a spirit of humility? You've heard somebody tell it before. I know you've heard it, especially in Christian circles. We talk about a spirit of humility. The Bible talks about a spirit of humility. What in the world is a spirit of humility? We know what adversity is. And so if we know that those who will profit in adversity are those that possess a spirit of humility, we know what adversity is. We know the struggle. We're in a global pandemic. So adversity, I got that one. I got a definition for that, and you do too. But can we rightly define a spirit of humility? Well, today on this episode, I have brought on the show a very special person, a gorgeous girl. This is my second oldest daughter. Her name is Jocelyn. Jocelyn, will you introduce yourself to the audience today?
Yes. First, I would like to say thank you, though, to you for letting me be a part of this. I'm actually really excited to be on this video.
Excellent.
I'm nervous, but I'm excited. My name is Jocelyn, obviously. I am 17 years old. Actually, I just turned 17 about a month ago. And if you've ever met me or have ever talked to me, I have a very bold personality.
And that goes with the territory of being a Currington.
Yes. So I take after my father and my mother. I'm a good mixture of both of them. So I have a very bold personality. And having a bold personality is not always bad. Most people actually... having a bold personality sometimes makes you the fun person out of the group. You're more exciting. People are more drawn to you because of your personality and how loud, and even if I have a loud laugh and sometimes I walk loud. But
sometimes.
Sometimes. I say sometimes, but most of the time. But I have a bold personality, and I'm pretty loud. But it's not always a bad thing, though, to be bold.
That's right. I think some people mistake, when we're talking about a spirit of humility, they mistake, like, if you have a spirit of humility, you're all in gray because you don't want to be too loud, you don't want to be too soft, you want to be somewhere in the middle, you want to be kind of hidden in the corner somewhere because you have a spirit of humility. Well, that's not what humility is. One of the things that I've taught my kids that I've learned myself is to be comfortable in your own skin. That's what I want to be. Today, look at this outfit that we have on. You're talking about bold. You have to be comfortable in who you are. But being bold doesn't mean that it's bad. Bold doesn't equal bad. Well, that's a good title for this episode. Bold doesn't equal bad. You can still possess a spirit of humility even though you're a bold and a loud and a strong personality type.
Right. So I think my bold personality has definitely rubbed off on the way I dress. I'm wearing a lot of bold colors.
Express yourself.
I'm expressing who I am on the inside, on the outside.
Right.
So that has definitely rubbed off on, especially the vehicle that I bought. I just purchased a Mustang.
Boom.
V6 Mustang, too. And so my family is a Ford family. Like, we always buy Ford vehicles. And so my dad, when we were first talking about me getting a new vehicle, which had AC, which was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I was very excited about. My dad had found this Ford Focus. And I was excited about it. It had AC. It was going to drive pretty good.
Wait a minute. That's the only thing you were excited about?
Literally the only thing I was excited about was AC. I did not want to be sweating all the time.
It was something that wasn't the car she was presently driving, so she was down with it.
Right. It wasn't this big Yukon. So I was excited about the Ford Focus a little bit, and then when my dad started talking about, he's like, well, what do you really want, though? When you think about what car you want to be driving, do you really want to be driving that car, or is there something else? And I was like, well, there's definitely something else I want.
Amen.
So I did more research by myself, and I found a Mustang, and I was so excited about it. And so I ended up purchasing it, and that's what I'm driving now. But it was a little difficult because I wasn't sure about getting it. But then I was like, do I really a Ford Focus or a Mustang?
Mm-hmm.
Those don't really compare at all. So I was like, forget the Ford Focus. I'm going to go with the Mustang. That really fits my personality.
Yeah.
So I went with the Mustang, and now that's what I have. So very excited about that. But my bold personality definitely, sometimes it doesn't come across, I guess, the way that I intended to.
That's the struggle with those of us who possess a bold, strong, loud personality.
Right.
Sometimes we can say the wrong things at the wrong times, and sometimes we can make a lot of mistakes.
Yes. So I'll share one experience that I do have where I realized, ooh, why did I say that? Like, so we had a youth rally at our church. And it was just me, my older sister, and then a couple of the teenage girls in my church. We were all hanging out outside, just talking.
Oh, is this the story with the boy?
Yes.
Oh, I love this one.
Okay, so we were just hanging out outside, talking after the service, and we're just goofing off. Of course, I'm the loudest one in the group. My laugh is very, very loud, and so we're just having a fun time. Well, this teenage boy came up to us, and
big mistake.
He came up to our group and he asked Abby, he went up to Abby and he said, could I have your phone number for my friend? He really wants it. And Abby, of course, she's a very kind and sweet person.
This is Jocelyn's oldest sister.
Yes. So she kindly just said, I'm sorry, but I don't give people that I don't know my phone number. And he was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And so as he started walking away, what she said wasn't good enough for me. So I had to, of course, insert myself. And as he was walking away, I just said, no, but you can have our dads. And
I promise, I never taught them that, but it's a great lesson.
The facial expression that the boy gave me is something I'm going to remember forever. His just bright red and embarrassed, and everybody in the parking lot was dying laughing. I was laughing because I thought I was just being so funny. He got in his van with his church or his youth department, and they were all laughing and teasing him. And at that moment, I thought, oh, I'm so funny. This is just like so great. But after a little while of it settling in, and I realized and thought about what I had said, I felt wrong that I shouldn't have said that. It felt like it's not always good to speak your mind like that when it felt wrong that I guess picked at him like that.
How insightful is that? That's really good. I mean, so you got the laughter. I mean, being a bold person, we like to be the energy in the party.
Right.
You got that energy, but it was at the cost of embarrassing another person.
Right.
Wow, that is a great lesson.
It was a tough lesson to learn, but I learned it, and I've definitely I haven't made that mistake twice.
No. What is the spirit of humility? A spirit of humility is, even though you have a bold personality type, or whatever your personality type, you can be very quiet, you can be very reserved, and you're not necessarily the life of the party, but still be arrogant and proud. That's not what we want to give off with. We don't want to have an air of superiority. We actually want to have a spirit of humility, and it doesn't matter your personality type, that you can still come across as arrogant and proud in whatever personality type that you're in. So what is a spirit of humility then?
In my experience, the spirit of humility is making a mistake and knowing that you're the one that made it and making it right and learning from that mistake. Being proud, being bold and proud is not always a good thing, because you can say something that's going to hurt somebody's feelings and you don't even think twice about it, and you don't feel like you should learn from that and that it was actually a mistake when it really was. You don't want to admit that you've hurt somebody's feelings with the way that you've spoken to them.
Yeah. So sometimes we can learn about things that we don't quite comprehend by knowing what they are not.
Right.
So we can say, hey, what's the spirit of humility? Well, I don't know what it is, but I know what it's not, right? A spirit of humility is not having the unwillingness to learn, right? So if you're not willing to learn from your mistakes, you don't possess the spirit of humility. What I've also learned about the proud and the humble is that the proud are more concerned about who is right, when the humble are more concerned about what is right. You got to learn a great lesson.
Yes.
About what is right. Even though you're a loud, proud, bold person, you had a good experience.
Very humbling experience.
Developing a spirit of humility is a long process. but it reaps great benefits. Learning and growing is what I'm about. Adding value to you, sharing even our mistakes is what From the Garage is all about. I'm so glad that you've joined us here. Let me close with this. When you're humble, you begin to see people, situations, and things so differently than the way you used to see them. Here's an incentive to be more humble, to develop even a greater and a deeper appreciation for a spirit of humility. When you are open to the lessons that life offers you, you increase your odds of success. And that's something we can all want.
Right.
We all want success. You also increase your odds of significance, making an impact. And that's huge. We all want to be a part of that. So go out today, learn something new. Even if it means learning from your own mistakes. Jocelyn, is there anything you'd like to say before we close down and say goodbye to our guests?
I had a fun time. Thank you, Dad, for letting me be a part of this. It was very fun.
All my pleasure.
I enjoyed it.
Very good. Well, take care, you guys. Be well, and thank you for joining us on another episode of From the Garage.